BO3 で、それ以降がすべて BO5 の戦いになっています。なので
中国本土地区多めの1日になりそうです。
はい。
ずれたということになりますか。
やっぱりここまでの展開を見ていても思いますので、ここでファン選手出れないっていうのは WBG 相当ないね。
自分を鼓舞するような形で入場してきていたのがまたちょっとグッときましたね。
出方はもちろんあると思いますので、グループ戦までで見せてくれたものとは
あとやっぱりフラバルの
こうバランスよく誰も終える。
はい、ゼロですか。
WBG Alex going against the RC survivors. It will be Goatman on Leo's memory. He's already running into Mono P, who is the airplanist. He does have 3 jetpacks to work with. If the hunter does get too close to him while caged, the airplanist can utilize the jetpack, and so airplanist can in a way counter Goatman. Not the most ideal survivor to go after. Will be throwing down a peeper here, slowing down the airplanist's movements, is setting up a cage here. Mono P was trying to utilize that pallet in order to have a buffer between the hunter, especially in the middle of the cage, but is able to utilize his rocket pack to avoid getting hit, but the hunter will be setting up a second cage and hitting him right away, unable to create more distance since his jetpack is on cooldown. He is going to be trying to stay alive here a little longer at the walls, has one more pallet to work with. Hunter just goes ahead and breaks it, throws out another peeper, is able to get a 25% hit. However, it isn't a 50% hit, so he won't be going down anytime soon. Hunter is setting up another cage and trying to catch the survivor off guard. His rockets are no longer on cooldown, so he is going to be utilizing it, and the hunter is playing a little mind games here. Flywheel all pushing him away with the upward propel, but isn't able to get enough distance, and will be finally taking this airplanist down without a cage, but he was at 75% damage, so he will still be going down, and he will be cheered for the first time. We can see that the cipher progress is at 80%, 71%, and 66%. We see Rioli's already making her way towards the chair. It is the coordinator. Thankfully, coordinator does not have wanted order, but she's going to utilize her stun gun immediately, break this cage, and make her way towards the chair, still at full health, so she can still take a hit and get this save off. Hunter will be utilizing this cage. Oh, wonderful flywheel, avoiding the hit, and is able to get the save without getting a double down situation. Hunter will be concentrating on this aeroplanist instead of trying to get an extra hit onto the coordinator. We need to reserve the resentment so that he'll have enough cages to down these survivors. The airplane is doing a very good job staying away from this. Hunter is able to utilize his jetpack to avoid getting hit, but he got stuck at that tree here and will be going down for the second time. We can see that 2 cipher machines have been completed. The 3rd cipher machine still at 71, most likely the coordinator cipher machine, but we can see the explorer is getting a page already at 23%. Gravekeeper is already in this area, does have wanted order, so the hunter does know, but he's already close enough to the chair. He's in his shovel state. He's not going to get the save too early because he does want to give the survivors time to decode. He will be now getting out of his cage and getting ready for the save before the survivor expires. Is able to take the hit and get the save before he expires with Tide Turner, and the hunter is caging City instead of the airplanist. The airplanist is doing a very good job hiding behind these obstacles. Hunter has seen the blood trails of the survivor. He is going to be throwing down another peeper and setting up a cage here real soon and trying to down and send this aeroplanist to the manor. Wonderful pallet stun on the side of this aeroplanist, buying him so much more time. He was almost able to, maybe the cage ran out, but Hunter just set up another cage right away. His wonderful flywheel staying alive a little longer. The Hunter's closing the distance. He's spinning around the obstacles and he is able to get hit after the cage ends. So another 25% damage. He was able to outlast Tide Turner and only eat a 25% damage. Will be going down here for another 25% damage by the hunter while trying to throw down this pallet. This will be the final time the airplanist is on the chair. He will be returning to the manor. However, cipher machines are looking incredibly good. We do have 3 cipher machines completed. The last cipher machine at 98%, and it looks like the 4th cipher machine only at 1%, but we do know the Explorer has pages at 94%, so they do have a last cipher machine. Hunter will be going after Ride only at this time. Unable to get the mind game and downing this coordinator right away. The cipher machines have popped, but none of the survivors have borrowed time, so it wouldn't have mattered. And both survivors are running towards the exit gate. Hunter is bringing Rioli closer to the Christmas tree. We see RC City has given off an alert to the hunter, and it doesn't look like he will be able to get the exit gate open in time. Hunter is just too close by. The dungeon is in this area. area right next to the Christmas tree, but it doesn't look like the survivor will be able to last long enough since it is the coordinator's first chair, and the only item that Gravekeeper has to work with is this shovel. He is doing a very good job staying away from getting hit, but will be hit out of his shovel. Now he's out of items, he's at half health. The hunter has detention. He's going to be setting up another cage, going back and forth, wonderful flywheel, trying to avoid getting hit, but will be running into the hunter eventually and will be going down. Explorer was able to escape, so this is looking like a 3-man elimination on the side of WBG Hunter Alex.
使い方をして常に檻の中で最大の距離を取り続けるようなチェイスできて
ないとは思うんですよね、フライホイール救助職っていうのが、でも完璧
ということと、その今このダブルよくするんですけれども、
RC Hunter going against WBG survivors. It will be Hullabaloo on Leo's memory. He is making his way towards Elconfid, who is the airplanist, is able to not get any balls on him quite yet, but he does have a lot of distance and he is hiding behind the walls. Hunter will be throwing down his peeper, so now he will be able to see through the walls, and as the hunter is breaking this pallet, the survivor does transition to the next pallet, is able to get the red bomb finally onto this airplanist, and he is transitioning away from walls towards corner, is able to get the black ball with the clone, staying alive with this one pallet in between this survivor and this hunter. Is going to utilize his jetpack finally to get distance into the corner walls. Hunter following close behind, waiting for his clones to be ready, is not able to get the white ball, doing a very good job avoiding the white area, but is able to get the hit onto the survivor, sandwiching him between the main body and the clone. Will be breaking this pallet so the survivor can't loop around this area. One more pallet here to work with, and a window is going to utilize his jetpack to get away from this hunter, but flywheel avoiding the white area for just a little bit longer, but the hunter is able to down him and cheer him for the first time. You can see the first cipher machine at 88%, the second cipher machine at 82%, the third cipher machine at 60%, and Huey is already in this area getting ready for the save. It is the night. Hunter does not have one in order, but he does have peepers. He does look like he has noticed the survivor, is going to utilize all his tricks, the helmet and the chivalrous stuff to get the save off onto the chair. Hunter is trying to get a little additional damage onto this knight because there is still Tide Turner that is being utilized, and Hunter is going back to this airplanist since he wasn't able to get damage onto the knight. Knight doing a very good job avoiding that one white ball, so he can come for the rescue once again. Airplanist going to this very corner. Hunter rotating the color wheel and is able to down him for the second time. He did, however, outlast Tide Turner, so that does mean he was able to buy the survivors a little more time to decode. We see 2 cipher machines have been completed in the meantime. We see the 3rd cipher machine at 82%, and the 4th cipher machine finally has progress at 41%. We see Goker is in this area getting ready for the save. It is the Antiquarian. If she can stun this hunter, she will be able to buy more time for the survivor. Is able to get the save before he expires with Tide Turner. Hunter is going for this Antiquarian and isn't able to get a double down situation. He's just going to go back to this airplanist, making sure that he can secure his down. Huey, however, is in this area utilizing his helmet to help this airplanist survive a little bit longer. Airplanist already has the black and white ball. Is able to snipe him out with the red zone and is downing this airplanist for the 3rd and final time. We'll be cheering him here inside of factory. Knight is trying to make his way out. Knight, however, did not get any injury onto the knight, so that is the one thing that really works in favor for the survivors. Antiquarian is at half health, so she definitely does not want to be found by this hunter. Hunter, however, is closing in onto this Antiquarian, utilizing his clones to see the general direction of this survivor. Antiquarian hiding behind the walls. The hunter does have peepers to work with, so if he does throw down a peeper, he will be able to see the survivor, and he will be throwing down his peeper there and getting the red ball on her right away with the clone. He is able to get the black ball. She needs to avoid the white area. She has to use flywheel, or she's going to be stunning the hunter instead, so the hunter won't be able to utilize his bombs. Is going to use flywheel and avoid the white area once again. Wonderful stun, stunning the hunter once again and avoiding this one area. Is going to utilize his clone, but wasn't able to position it right, and he's going to rotate the color wheel, but the survivor is able to escape, but will eventually be going down here for the first time. However, cipher machines are looking incredibly good. We have 4 cipher machines completed. Hunter changing to teleport and teleporting to the last cipher machine at 56%, where Huey is working on that cipher machine. It does look like they will be able to get that backdoor save because they do have the puppeteer available. He's going to utilize his helmet for the final time. He is going to be able to get the injury onto this knight finally, and the knight is trying to kite a little longer inside a factory. That pallet is gone, however, trying to hug the walls, but the hunter was able to get the angles and down this survivor. The basement is inside a factory, so suddenly things aren't looking too good. We do see the puppeteer did save the anti-Aquarian with Tide Turner, so that means endgame they will not be having Tide Turner, and they also do not have borrowed time, so even if the Cypher Machine pops, there's nothing much that the survivors can do. It does look like the anti-Aquarian is starting a new Cypher Machine near Christmas Tree. The puppeteer will most likely be going for the save because he is at full health and he does have 3 puppets to utilize. Hunter is now going back to the anti-Aquarian and stopping her from priming up this last Cypher Machine. Is able to get the red bomb and the white bomb on him right away. She needs to avoid the black area. The hunter's being very patient with his attack and is not able to get the hit quite yet. She's able to avoid it. She's using her stick to flip, but the hunter was able to get the black ball on her before she escaped from the black color wheel, cheering her for the second time. They were able to get that backdoor save onto the knight. Knight is going towards the corner Cypher Machine. Persica is coming towards the anti-Aquarian, getting ready for the save. Is going to utilize his puppet ability, and it is able to make it to the chair. It is going to be able to get the damage onto the puppeteer, but he was in his puppet form, so he is safer now, but he will be eating the damage and going down for the first time. Last Cypher Machine at 80%. How are they going to get this save? How are they going to get this pop? They're both at half health. They don't have borrowed time, and the Cypher exit gates, Cypher Machines are only at 92%, so Goku needs to stay alive. Puppeteer can't be saved unless the knight pops and then saves, and Cypher Machine at 99%. Cypher Machines pop. Survivors are all at half health. One is chair. This is looking incredibly bad for the side of WBG Hunt Survivors. Is able to get that flywheel and throw it on this pallet, staying alive for a little longer, but in order to tie round 1, they just need to get that one man escape. So as long as she kites long enough for Knight to escape, this will be a tie, but looks like the hunter is able to down this anti-Aquarian. Knight is running towards, it looks like the exit gate, but only at 5%. Hunter is going to be teleporting to Moon exit gate and is not able to see this Knight. Knight is doing a very good job avoiding this hunter. He's going towards the dungeon. The hunter did utilize his clone to find the general direction of this survivor. Huey is waiting at the edge to run towards the dungeon. Is he able to get it? He's able to get it, and that's a one-man escape for the side of WBG Survivor, tying up round 1. WBG Hunter going against RC Survivors. It will be Opera Singer on Moonlit River Park. She's already in her shadow form, making her way towards Monopi, who is the puppeteer. He has made his way inside of the tent and is able to make it to this pallet just in time before getting hit or getting close enough to this hunter. Is able to get that pallet vault, but the hunter's closing the distance very quickly with her shadow form. Is able to get the hit onto the survivor with the charge attack, but he was in his puppet form, so he only gets that 25% damage. Hunter going back into a shadow form, leaving lots of remnants. He will be able to get that vault, but once again in his puppet form is able to eat that hit and only get 25% damage. He's transitioning over to the walls with the double pallet and window here, and the hunter has missed her dash and is going to have to walk around. Is going to be breaking this pallet so that he can't loop this area. Is going to be throwing down the second pallet, and if Hunter does break it, he will have to transition away, but it looks like he's going to be transitioning away. Either way, we'll be able to drop down this pallet once again. Hunter breaking this pallet right away, throwing down this second pallet. Hunter is just going to throw down a remnant near that pallet, so if he vaults, he's going to take a swing, but inside of his puppet form once again. Wonderful timing on the side of this survivor, buying so much time for the other survivors to decode. Is able to break another pallet and throw that down. Has one window here to work with. Hunter is in her shadow form. A lot of mind games here at this window. Looks like he is going to vault, and he was able to mind game this hunter, but he will be getting the hit eventually. Unable to utilize his puppet since he already utilized it 3 times and already had that 75% damage. Will be going down to the normal swing and chair for the first time here next to 4th stop. It looks like like one Cypher Machine has been completed by the Embalmer, the second Cypher Machine at 63%, the third Cypher Machine at 62%, and the fourth Cypher Machine at 48%. Hunter is making her way towards Soba, who is the Acrobat, going to go back to her Remnant, making sure that there isn't a backdoor safe. City already making his way towards the chair to get the safe. Will be getting the normal hit as the Wildling and getting the safe before half. With Ty Turner, Hunter is going to be catching up to this Puppeteer right away and getting him hit as soon as he is safe off of the chair. The Wildling is in this area on his board, getting ready to harass and buy more time for their teammates. It looks like the Puppeteer is going to the very corner of this map to go down. Wildling is on his board, and he has quite a lot of time on this board because it is his first board. Hunter is trying to get him off of the board and away from harassing this Hunter. It looks like he will be able to miss the hit and the dash, and the Hunter will be able to chair this Puppeteer for the second time. Gaining enough distance away from this board, did do a little bit of a sidestep, and it looks like Soba may possibly be coming in for the save since the Wildling is at half health, and getting this rescue will be very hard against an opera singer. Looks like Soba has almost made his way towards the chair. He does not have Ty Turner, so it may be a problem, but then the Puppeteer can utilize his puppet to eat up another 25% hit. Is going to get the firebomb onto this Hunter so that the Hunter will not be able to utilize her skill and catch up and down this survivor as quickly as possible, but it does look like the Puppeteer will be able to leave the tent, and Hunter is back on her shadow form, is going to be utilizing his puppet form to get over this window and transition to the next window. Soba here getting ready to utilize a bomb to help with the kite, but he isn't able to get that pallet vault and will be going down for the third and final time. However, Cypher Machines are looking incredibly good. 4 Cypher Machines have been completed, the last Cypher Machine at 52%. Hunter will be sending this Puppeteer back to the manor. We do see that the Acrobat is in this area at half health, so wonderful target for the side of the Hunter. Is going to change to teleport and going to go for the Cypher Machine instead. It does look like she'll be running into Rioli. Was careful not to get hit on the initial teleport. Is doing a very good job playing mind games around these two pallets. Hunter is throwing a lot of remnants in this area. He needs to be careful when throwing down that pallet. Is being very patient and isn't able to. Oh, he is able to get the final hit onto the survivor. As soon as he's hit, he's going to take the roller coaster and leave this area completely. A new 5th Cypher Machine is being worked on. Hunter is making her way towards the second stop, and it does look like the button was not it was pressed, and he's made his way all the way to 3rd stop, and Hunter is going across the entire map just to get another hit onto this Embalmer. But Embalmer does have a coffin, so if the survivor, why did she go back into a remnant? It does look like she thought a possible survivor was at 1st stop, but there is no survivor at first stop, and they are starting a new Cypher Machine. So a little misstep on the side of this opera singer. She needs to make her way all the way back to the opposite side of the map. She is an opera singer in her shadow form, so she can make it there faster than most Hunters, but they're buying so much time. The last Cypher Machine at 74%, not quite ready. Looks like the Hunter will be going towards Rioli once again. Rioli is going to stay near and take this chase, because if he's hit, he can resurrect himself in the coffin. If he is chaired, it doesn't look like he's going to be resurrecting himself quite yet, and then he can go work on the 1st stop Cypher Machine. So it's looks like the Hunter will be noticing Soba, and Soba doing a very good dodge with his bombs through the window. So Hunter is catching up, is going to be out of her shadow form for the time being because it was unable to dash to a different shadow, and the Hunter is just going back and forth here. Wonderful mind games on the side of this Acrobat, buying so much time for the survivors. The 1st stop Cypher Machine is at 80%, and the Hunter is still not able to get the Terror Shock and finally down this Acrobat for the 1st time. And it looks like the last Cypher Machine is at 96%. It's going to be primed. City coming in for the save. He does have bar time. All 3 survivors have bar time, so there is an end game potential here. Cypher Machine's primed. The Wildling is coming in for the save. Needs to go down a little close to the chair so they can pop rescue, and while the Hunter is on attack recovery. So it does look like he's going to finally make this vault. The Cypher Machines have popped. He did get the save, and the survivors are now preparing for the endgame. There's no pallet here, and the hunter is able to down this acrobat right away. The wildling is back on his board and trying to make it to the opposite side of the gate, and Bomber is opening up that exit gate, and the hunter is able to chair acrobat. Is she going to be able to down this survivor fast enough? We do see the dungeon is also in this area, so the exit gate is open, the dungeon is available. Viola needs to go up. Oh, the acrobat is still on the chair, so it doesn't look like the dungeon is quite available yet. The wildling's board has run out, and the hunter is closing it onto this wildling. Wildling doesn't have much options left. It's looking like a 2-man elimination for this, or 3-man elimination for the side of this opera singer. City's trying to stay alive here at this pallet. Hunter going back and forth and downing him at this corner, and is able to get and secure that 3-man elimination for WBG.
第2ラウンドもハンターの3人釣りでスタートです。相当稼ぎましたね。1分半ですもんね、ダウンが。
ラウンド2前半戦が、終了しての結果です。
でこのピックがアイビーということ。
RC Hunter going against WBG survivors. It will be Ivy on Moonlight River Park. She's already sending her ghost towards Persica, who is the novelist. Novelist is gonna have a hard time trying to look at the main body because he'll continuously get more corruption. But if he can get a book, it is possible to switch and possibly lengthen this kite. But she will be careful not to get too much corruption. It looks like the ghost is still latched onto this novelist, and she is camping at this pallet here. Oh, wonderful body switch, and is able to get the body. I mean, this balance done onto the Ivy is going to be transitioning further away. The ghost still onto Persica. She can get some scare. She will be able to get the 100% corruption and finally land the first hit onto this novelist. Novelist will be taking this hit and taking the roller coaster to the other stops. We'll see if the survivors did press second stop. We do see Huyi is in this area, but it doesn't look like he was able to press the second stop. He's just been decoding the bridge cipher machine. It looks like the hunter will be utilizing the scare to get another 40% corruption onto the novelist, but novelist has quite a lot of distance, so if the hunter doesn't catch up soon, that corruption will be going down. Hunter's going to recall the ghost and send it towards El Confid, who is the aeroplanist, and she's just going to go around and infect a lot of the survivors to slow down the cipher progress. But it looks like she's finally able to re-leech this novelist. Is going to be teleporting to him right away, and it looks like she's just trying to get another hit on him, but the cipher progress is looking good. She's buying a lot of time. Blink hit and downing him right away. As soon as I said that she's buying a lot of time, she downs him and takes him to the chair for the first time. We can see the airplanist has finished the first cipher machine, the second cipher machine at 95, the third cipher machine at 90%, and a fourth cipher machine already getting progress at 15%. Hunter is sending the ghost towards El Confid, who is the aeroplanist, infecting him once again. We do see the bridge cipher machine has been completed in front of the hunter by the mercenary, and he's just waiting around for the save. Hunter is not going to infect him quite yet. It looks like he was able to get the save and getting the hit onto the novelist right away. Unnecessary. Doesn't need to, unnecessarily for, it was not necessary for the hunter to reinfect the novelist. It was also on cooldown, so it wasn't possible, but she could have infected the mercenary and getting more corruption, but that is a very long way to down the survivor, so instead she's going to be very precise and down this novelist right away as she's rescued off of the chair. The tide turner has run out. He died in the far corner. It doesn't look like, we do see the weeping clown could possibly harass, but he's not anywhere close by, so it looks like the hunter will be chairing the novelist once again for the second time. We see 3 cipher machines have been completed, the 4th cipher machine at 49%, the 5th cipher machine at 41%, and an additional cipher machine at 10%. Huey can come in for the second save because he's still at full health, so this is looking incredibly good for the side of the survivors, since it's very hard to go across the entire map. If Huey did get hit, it would have been much... They would have had to sacrifice much more. Is able to get the hit onto the mercenary, giving the novelist time to rotate a little further away from this hunter. But 100% corruption with that teleportation and infection, getting corruption incredibly quickly, is able to down this novelist for the third and final time. doesn't look like the Weeping Clown is close by, unable to harass. She will be sent back to the manor. The survivor Huey is pushing that cipher machine. It looks like they were able to pop the 4th cipher machine. The last cipher machine, however, is stuck at 76%. Hunter is sending the ghost towards this mercenary. And mercenary is trying to find cover near the walls here. He has 3 pallets to work with, but it looks like he's just going to go further away, utilizing his elbow pads to transition to the next pair of pallets. Hunter is getting the infection and the teleport, getting the 100% corruption. The mercenary will be going down as soon as his delayed damage effect is over. Hunter is going to be sending the ghost back to the cipher machine while the main body goes to pick up this mercenary. It looks like the ghost is being sent to 4th stop, where El Confid is currently trying to finish up that cipher machine at 89%, 90%. It looks like the Hunter is going to recall the ghost and teleport to the 4th stop. The airplanes already was able to get onto the platform, so he is safe for now. The ghost now going and trying to find Gokor, the Weeping Clown, which the Hunter had not seen the entire game, but it does look like she will be keeping her ghost nearby the mercenary. The Weeping Clown was attempting to go and heal up this mercenary so that he doesn't utilize his self-heal, but the Hunter did infect the mercenary, will be teleporting straight to the mercenary, not allowing the survivors to help heal them and pick them right back up. It looks like she's allowing this last cipher machine a lot of progress at 95%. The airplane is utilizing his jetpack to get away so that she doesn't get 100% corruption. Wonderful utilization of his jetpack, and the Hunter is now having to change targets and go for this airplanist, but airplanist is at full health, so that means he can rotate away from this cipher machine. We see that the Weeping Clown is making his way to the 4th stop cipher machine, and the Hunter is just trying to guard this last cipher machine at 95. If they can just take a hit and push it, it could possibly work, but wonderful blink and injuring the Weeping Clown for the first time. The only full health survivor is the airplanist, so the survivor that will most likely have to push that last cipher machine is going to be the airplanist. The ghost is going to be sent towards Hui Yi, who is the mercenary. He does still have first self-heal. He also did pick up a syringe, so he will be able to heal himself up if the Hunter leaves him unoccupied for a long enough time. The mercenary is starting the 1st stop cipher machine. Hunter double use the tablets onto this 4th stop cipher machine, so the survivors are having a hard time even approaching it. The Hunter has infected the airplanist and teleported to him, 99% corruption, but he was able to get away once again. It doesn't look like the survivors plan on touching this 4th stop cipher machine quite yet. Gokor is now back in this area. The ghost will be at the 1st stop. Hunter is going to teleport to 4th stop, and it looks like the survivors are not quite approaching the cipher machine. They may plan to start healing each other, and the ghost is near the mercenary. Mercenary will be leeched once again. Hunter recalling the ghost back to 4th stop, guarding this cipher machine. The Hunter isn't able to leave the cipher machine, can't go for the survivors, is going to be infecting and teleporting to the airplanist, finally able to get the hit onto the airplanist, and now all 3 survivors left and all injured. It looks like they are starting up new cipher machines, since the other cipher machines are very heavily guarded by this Hunter. She was able to get the infection onto the Weeping Clown. The nope, the airplane is still pressuring the 4th stop cipher machine. Hunter's going to be teleporting to tent where the Weeping Clown was, and Hunter is now going for the mercenary next. It looks like El Confid, the airplanist, is back pressuring 4th stop. Hunter's main body going after the mercenary. Looks like the ghost is trying to infect the airplanist, was able to infect and teleport to the airplanist, but he was out of the range. Always able to get the scare, and 99% corruption once again. He cannot look at the face of this Hunter. He was able to get the vault and get away from the Hunter for now. The additional cipher machines are getting a lot of progress. It's 74% and 35%. The Hunter needs to down the survivor. It looks like the mercenary was able to heal himself up with the syringe that he has found. So now it looks like the Hunter really needs to down a survivor soon, because all 3 cipher machines have quite a lot of progress. Hunter obviously heavily guarding the 4th stop Cypher Machine because it's at 95%. Hunter's going to be infecting the Mercenary and recalling the Ghost. It looks like the Hunter's going to be also infecting Goker. The Weeping Clown is able to get the 100% corruption and will be downing him right away. Cypher Machines, however, popped, and it is the endgame. 3 survivors up and running about. The Hunter is currently at 4th stop, is going to be teleporting to Broken Carousel, Working Carousel, and sending the Ghost towards 2nd story towards Huey. Huey is opening up that exit gate, and it's already at 70%. It's looking like a 2-man escape. Where is the dungeon? Dungeon looks like it's at the corner of 2nd story. It looks like Huey is going to utilize his last jetpack to make it to the exit gate. 2 survivors are already at the exit gate. They left. Goker is now using his rocket to get to the dungeon. The Ghost is trying to infect this Weeping Clown before he makes it to the dungeon. Is going to be infecting him and teleporting right away. 98% corruption, and she's able to escape, and that's a 3-man escape for the side of WBG survivors.
展開迎えてたんだろうなとも思いますし、また4席って結構引き分けに落ち着きがち。
Mercy Hunter going against WBG survivors. It will be Dreamwitch on the red church, the main body heading towards graveyard. She will be running into El Confid, who is the psychologist. She can take up to 3 hits to take her down, so she can buy quite a lot of time. She'll buy even more time if she does get hit by her leech follower. That way the Hunter has to re-leech her, and that takes up a lot of time. Is able to pallet stun one of the leeches, but only one leech got pallet stun, meaning the other leech can catch up to her incredibly fast. Is making her way towards the pallet, but she will be able to hit the psychologist, getting her stress ability into effect. She still has to be hit 2 more times, but this is looking very good for the side of this Hunter, since it was a main body leech that was hit. We have the patroller ready and is going to be biting onto El Confid. Is going to be able to throw down this pallet. They have to really time this vault well, but will be taking a hit again to the main body follower. So the leech is still up and running, and it's looking very good for the side of this Dreamwitch. She's making her way back into graveyard, where she does still have a few pallets to work with. She's being sandwiched by both the main body leech and another pallet stun. She will be vaulting right into this leech, but now she's sandwiched and she has to be very careful here, and she will be taking the hit and will be going down for the first time to her leech follower. So she did at least go down to her own leech at least once. That will force the Hunter to re-leech the survivor, so she won't be able to leech the survivor coming in for the save, and it does look like it will be the Gravekeeper coming in for this survivor. He also did have the wanted order, so Hunter would have been able to see him even if he was in hiding. However, he is in his shovel form, so he is quite safe at the moment, and he will be able to get the save a little before half, buying a lot of more time for the teammates to decode. Looks like he will be popping up here. Hunter keeping her distance because she doesn't want to get pushed off, and then that will allow the free save, but she was able to get the hit onto the Gravekeeper and will be able to get the hit onto the psychologist. Once again, it looks like it was the main body or the leech. Either way, there's no leech. Now the Hunter will be re-leeching and will be leeching the Gravekeeper at the time. It does look like the barmaid is in this area, maybe getting a free hit here. She doesn't want to make that vault. Oh, was not able to hit her, so she is still at full health, and the Hunter has picked up the psychologist once again and will be cheering her for the 2nd time, and it looks like she will be cheering her outside of the red carpet. And oh no, she's bringing him even closer to the middle next to the church, right outside of the church window, and it looks like the coordinator will be having the wanted order. The barmaid is already at the chair and is able to get the save, but getting farmed right off of the chair. The psychologist will be going down for the 3rd and final time, ensuring at least a 1-man elimination so far. We have the Gravekeeper is still half injured and has a leech on him. The Hunter now going towards the barmaid will be infecting Goker and heading towards Persica, who is the coordinator. She does have a gun still that she can utilize, and it looks like the Hunter is going to chase her for now. We see one of the followers going towards the Gravekeeper. Gravekeeper still at half health. He needs to meet up with the barmaid to possibly get a healing drink, and it looks like the patroller bite will land onto the coordinator and getting the hit on the coordinator right away. We do see that the leech is now still on Persica, and another leech is around Graveyard trying to stop that cipher from getting decoded. We have one cipher machine had completed, 4 cipher machines, all with wonderful flywheel and a stun gun, getting away from this survivor, not gonna go down anytime soon. It looks like cipher progress is good, incredibly good actually. All 4 cipher machines have significant progress. They just need to start popping them so they can move to, you know, and help utilize the borrowed time. But borrowed time, it looks like only Gravekeeper has borrowed time, and we see 2 survivors are injured, unable to meet up with this barmaid. Barmaid needs to really give up these healing drinks out to her teammates so that they can get back up and not be too worried. But it looks like the coordinator and the Gravekeeper have just met up and they're healing manually. She does know where the barmaid is. She's trying to get rid of her leech, and it looks like the main body is now going to commit to the barmaid for the time being, since she isn't able to locate the coordinator and Gravekeeper. They were able to heal up. Wonderful blink, and is able to enter the barmaid. Barmaid taking the health drink right away, waiting here around at this pallet. It does look like she was able to get a hit from her leech, so now the only main body follower is chasing after her, so she can just stay alive for a few more seconds. She will be able to get the drink off, and it does look like she was able to get the drink off. Is going to get another leech hit from her right away, which she was just released, but she just got hit by the leech once again. Now she's back at half health, but no leech. Except the main body. Hunter is sending the main body leech away, and now there's a cooldown on. She can't leech anyone for the time being because there is a cooldown, and the Hunter is trying to move her main body leech closer to this barmaid, who is trying to mix a new drink. But unfortunately, she's going to be hit because she was not expecting the main body's leech, since the main body was on her. Oh my goodness, a blink hit onto the Gravekeeper. Gravekeeper just pushes that cipher, goes into his shovel. The Hunter hits him out of the shovel, and he's back up and running once again. Coordinator can still come for the save, but the most ideal survivor to go for the save is the Gravekeeper, because he does have borrowed time. Hunter will be picking up the barmaid and cheering her for the first time. Last cipher machine is getting primed. It is primed at 99%. Main body blinking towards the cipher machine that is primed. We was able to chair the barmaid. She does have a leech, and the Gravekeeper is in this area making his way to get the save. Is going to be taking the hit, but cipher machines have been popped. Only person with bar time. Wonderful flying wheel. The barmaid avoiding the down and is able to buy more time for her teammates. But she's stuck in this corner here. No pallet. It looks like she'll be going down to her leech. Hunter will be re-leeching the barmaid and will be cheering her for the final time, I believe. And it looks like the Hunter is trying to send one of her leeches towards the back gate where Gravekeeper is. However, the psychologist is opening up the red carpet gate. It is open, not psychologist. The coordinator has opened up the red carpet gate. Hunter is keeping tabs on the Gravekeeper, and it's looking like 3-man elimination. Can Gravekeeper find a way out of this sticky situation? The Hunter is closing in on this survivor. Persica is at the exit gate. She has a perfume, so she isn't going to be able to support this Gravekeeper at all. Barmaid will be expiring very soon, and the Hunter is not going to allow this Gravekeeper to get away. The Hunter did switch traits to blink, and the blink is still on cooldown at 43 seconds. Huey still doing a very good job keeping a very safe distance away from this Hunter. Hunter will be leeching Huey. Oh my goodness, the dungeon is in this area, so the Hunter has to be very careful here not to allow the blinking right through the window. Is able to get closer and will finally be able to down this Gravekeeper, and that's a 3-man elimination for the side of RC Hunter.
フィールド全体で見たときにいろんなサバイバーに規制がついています。
強かったイスマへ到達できたわけですから。
4でね。
逆に不気味に映りますよね。こうに。
いやしてていいと思いますけどね。
WBG Hunter going against RC survivors. It will be the wax artist on Red Church, and it looks like he's going to be heading towards the shack. For the win conditions for WBG is the least amount of survivors he needs to eliminate is 2 survivors in order to win. If he only eliminates 1 survivor, that's a tie for the entire matchup, so they'll have to go to overtime. If he gets 0-man elimination, then RC does win. So WBG Alex's goal is to get a 2-man elimination. It looks like he's going to be changing targets and going towards Mono P. He did utilize his inflatable airbag, but the hunter did get rid of it completely, so now he only has one inflatable airbag to utilize. Will be going towards the graveyard and waiting around at this pallet, staying out of line of sight. Oh, is going to be vaulting into the hunter and eating quite a lot of wax, already at 96% wax. Is going to take the normal hit. Now he has to be careful not to get any additional wax. If he gets any more additional wax, he gets 100% wax and is going to be going down right away. An incredible early down. Great utilization of his wax. He had 96 or so around wax. He had the opportunity for a normal hit, so he saved that wax build up, got the normal hit, and then got the wax latched on into him very quickly. Is going to be throwing a wax ball towards Soba's Cypher Machine and will be blocking that Cypher Machine. We have the first Cypher Machine at 77%, the second Cypher Machine at 58%, the third Cypher Machine at 53%, the fourth Cypher Machine at 15%. We see that Soba's in this area. RC City is also here. So the side of RC, they need to get that 4-man escape in order to win and at least get a 1-man escape just to tie. So the survivors are playing incredibly aggressive. We see Soba is going to support with the wonderful magnet and the wonderful elbow pad, avoiding any additional injury. You don't want to stack up on injuries. You do not want to give full presence to this. Oh, wonderful blink. Oh, wonderful flywheel. The survivors are performing so well because there is so much pressure to perform for the side of the survivors. The hunter will be throwing a wax bomb and will be shooting wax towards the survivors. A wonderful stun by the prospector, but he will be eating a hit here, and it does look like he will have to leave for the time being. But hunter has changed targets. Now he's going for the prospector. He has, oh my goodness, he was able to stun him against the little pumpkin and is able to get out of being 100% wax stay, utilizing the fire investigator's inflatable airbag. Oh, is able to get that wax ball and down the survivor, getting that 100% presence. However, he did take the chair in place of the fire investigator, so this is the first chair for the prospector. We do see the fire investigator was healed up. Hunter has gotten rid of all of the fire investigators' inflatable airbags. He does not have any items. He needs to stay away from this hunter, but it does look like the hunter will be running into Mono P yet again as he comes in for the save. Hunter throwing a lot of wax and getting 100% wax on the survivor. Is able to get the 100%. Is able to get the hot wax. Oh, backdoor saved by the mercenary, but the hunter was able to see the mercenary and will be getting a hit onto the mercenary. Soba caught out here in this corner. He does have one magnet to work with. Hunter is throwing a lot of wax his way, is able to stun this. Hunter has one pallet here to work with, but is not able to approach it because the hunter is waxing this area off completely. Soba trying to be very careful and cautious here. Doesn't have any support other than possibly the postman's dog bite, but the postman is decoding the cipher progress. One cipher machine has finally been completed. The second cipher machine will be popping. Oh, gets him down with the hot wax ball and putting him on the chair for the second time. The mercenary is on the ground. The fire investigator is at half health. The postman is the only survivor that could possibly be coming in for the save. Oh, the mercenary has healed up, utilizing his self-heal. He can now come in for the save, but he cannot get waxed. If he gets 100% wax, he will be going down and he will not be able to utilize. I mean, he does have his delayed damage, so I guess he still can go for the save, but the chair is going to be ending. The chair time is going to be ending very soon. Two survivors coming in for the save. A lot of back and forth. It looks like the mercenary will be taking the hit. Oh, wonderful push by the magnet, but oh, the hunter utilizes his hot wax ball to down this fire investigator for the final town. All the survivors are body blocking. He blinks, but the survivors switch places. Oh my goodness. And the prospector is up once again. It looks like the fire investigator will be going down. Prospector still up and running. 3 cipher machines completed by the postman. The 4th cipher machine at 91. 5th cipher machine at 77. 2 survivors are down, and the hunter is able to finally down this prospector. It is his 3rd and final chair. This is the minimum requirement for the wax artist to tie this matchup. The wax artist just needs to eliminate one more survivor, and it is a win for WBG. Looks like they were able to finally finish up the 4th cipher machine. The mercenary does not have self-heal, so he will be going down, but the hunter is not going for this mercenary. He wants another down onto Mono P. If he downs Mono P also does not have self-heal. We see the postman is going and healing up the mercenary. Looks like the hunter will have to chair the fire investigator. It's looking like it is going to be the end game. However, all three survivors do have borrowed time, so as long as they can prime up that last cipher machine, there is a possibility for the survivors to have a 3-man endgame. Hunter will be waxing off this cipher machine. The postman already at the chair is able to get the save off onto the fire investigator, is able to get the dog bite and slow down this hunter. Mono P is on the chase, is getting chased, and the hunter is the survivors are finally priming up that last cipher machine. That's 95%. It looks like the cipher machine will be primed. This is the end game. Fire investigator cannot go down to a hot wax. If he goes down to a hot wax, the hunter can just down him incredibly quickly. Is going to be throwing the wax ball. Was he able to block off the cipher machine? He was not able to block off the cipher machine. It looks like he got the terror shock on the fire investigator. Cipher machine's popped a 3-man endgame, but this is very challenging because Hunter does have detention. Mono P needs to last long enough and also leave, so he needs to go looking for the dungeon. He's heading towards Shack. He does have a window to work with, but it looks like he wasn't able to make it to the window. He's going to use this mini pallet here. Lots of wax is piling on at 57%. Wax. Hunter is shooting more wax towards the survivor. He's eating up a lot of hot wax. That's 81%. Hunter is just gonna get a hit with this normal swing and is able to down Mono P once again. This is his 3rd chair, so Mono P will be returning to the manor, and that's a win for WBG. Hunter, he has teleport up and ready. RC City has opened up that exit gate. The postman is trying to make it to that exit gate, but the hunter blocks off the window and is able to wax and down this postman, and that's a 3-man elimination for the side of WBG. Hunter, and congratulations for moving on.
さあこちらただいまの試合の結果です。
分かったプレイヤースキルの高さを見せつけていました。
ITZY 今回ホームチームは ACT です。チームとなっております。はい。対するは ACT でいましたもんね。
そうですね。
相当やっぱいい成績で勝ち上がってきていますから、
ニックとなりました。
より使わずに入れていくなんてこともできそうです。
ACT Hunter going against ITZY survivors. It will be Hullabaloo on Leo's memory. He's making his way towards the center where DAY1, the female dancer, currently is at. She already set down a fast music box in this area. Hunter will be breaking this music box right away. DAY1 has already made her way into Shack. Another slow box has been placed in this area. Hunter is getting ready to set up a cage. No, he's going to be breaking this pallet instead, and will also go towards this music box and concentrate on getting rid of all of the female dancer's resources. She still has more music box left to utilize. Hunter will finally be setting up a cage here and will be able to take the first hit onto the female dancer. Looks like she spent a little too much time at the pallet, and the hunter just took advantage of it and was able to get rid of her 3rd and final music box. She has no items, she's at half health, and wonderful placement of the cage will be downing this survivor incredibly early on. Looks like he will be cheering her for the first time. The shack is in this area and the basement is inside of shack. Looks like the hunter will be cheering this survivor in the basement, so things are looking incredibly good for the side of the hunter. Aeroplanist has wanted order, and the hunter is going to be ready to set up a cage. Oh, it looks like the puppeteer already made it to the basement to get the save before half with Ty Turner, but an incredibly early save. Hunter is going to be blocking the female dancer and hitting her with a drop down, so there was no attack recovery. Hit her again with a normal attack, and that was 225% damage, and is able to down this female dancer, setting up a cage to try and get this puppeteer. Is able to get the hit onto this puppeteer and damage this puppeteer. Thankfully, it was not a double down for the side of the survivors. Hunter will be setting up another cage and making his way back towards the shack. Is going to be picking her right back up as soon as the cage disappears and carrying her right back into the basement, making it very challenging for the side of the survivors. Airplane is getting wanted order once again. We do see all, oh, it looks like another early rescue blink hit, and is able to get the hit onto the first officer. First officer getting the second hit inside of the cage. He will be going down, but he was able to get that save with Ty Turner, so he can get out of the basement. The female dancer needs to get as far away as possible. Hunter did hit, looks like the first officer, no, she hit the female dancer with a 25% damage because it wasn't inside of a cage. Hunter now caging the female dancer and getting the down onto this female dancer. This female dancer cannot leave this area. Wonderful cage placements by this Goatman. It is her third and final chair, so that she will be returning to the manor. Things are looking incredibly good for this Hunter. He's chairing here next to around Moongate where Fox has fallen, and Fox will be chaired. Next, Hunter's going to set up a cage so that he can get to the... Oh my goodness, he plans on getting this first officer chaired into the basement, and this is just making it incredibly hard for the survivors to come save. The only survivor at full health is the airplanist. He does have Ty Turner, but he is the only full health survivor, the only survivor left with Ty Turner, so things are looking incredibly difficult. Clover is making his way towards Shaq. Tinnitus hasn't quite been triggered, so he's not quite close enough at the moment, but Hunter is going towards the right direction. However, Hunter doesn't have to leave the Shaq area since there's not much pressure for him. Oh, we'll be running into Clover by setting up two cages. Clover going through the cage and the Hunter trying to find him and meet him in the middle. Looks like the cages have ended. Hunter setting up another perfect cage and getting the hit onto the airplane. So as he's trying to break this cage, he's going to utilize his jetpack to make it to the chair. Hunter changing to teleport. And will be getting the hit onto the aeroplanist. Looks like the airplanes will be going down. However, the first officer still has one pocket watch to utilize. He's at 75% damage. He just needs to avoid getting hit. Hunter doesn't even need to set up a cage for this hit because he's at 75% damage. Ty Turner is now over. Hunter is going to utilize his cage double back and run into the survival. Wonderful predictions for the side of this ACT. Hunter will be chairing this first officer once again. However, 4 cipher machines have been completed in the meantime, and the last cipher machine at 29%. However, 75% damage on the puppeteer. The airplanist has gone down. The first officer is returned to the manor. It's looking like a 4-man elimination for this Goatman. He just needs to find where this airplanist has fallen down, or just go ahead and go for this puppeteer, allow the airplanist to utilize the self-heal and go for the slugging method. He has 120 resentment, so he has all the resources in the world. Is going to utilize his cage. Looks like the puppeteer is here and is going to be going down right away. Hunter is now going back on the hunt to look for this airplanist. Airplanist is doing a very good job so far staying hidden, and we can see the dungeon is in the corner over here near the walls. But the Hunter is still unable to find this airplanist. He's getting closer. He just needs to go towards the container area, but isn't able to go in the right direction. Hunter, however, now does know where the dungeon is because he has checked every corner of this map. Well, one of the corners of this map. But he has all the time. He has all the cages he needs. He just needs to figure out where this survivor is hiding. Hunter's going to teleport towards the puppeteer. Will be breaking this pallet here so that they can't use it to vault and gain some speed. Will be bringing the puppeteer to the chair. He is not afraid of this airplane getting out. The airplane still does have self-heal. Going to use a double cage to make it all the way to Shaq and go towards the Moongate area. No, he's going to go towards the center of this map. Still very far from the airplanist. Airplanist is crawling, trying to go towards the dungeon. Hunter has found the airplanist and will be swinging. Oh, yes! He utilized self-heal and the Hunter is able to get the 4-man elimination.
あれ面白かったですよね。なんかこう檻を出して割ってきますからね。最初に狙われても他のサバイバーよりは。
ITZY Hunter going against ACT survivors. It will be Hullabaloo on Leo's memory. He's making his way towards the middle of the map. He may be running into Zen if he goes towards the middle, and he will be running into Gogo, who is the gardener if he goes towards the corner of Moongate, and it does look like he will be going after this gardener. She does have that protection bubble for the first 50 seconds of the game. The hunter will have to hit her with already getting rid of the protection bubble right away. Wonderful job in positioning and placement of the balls, and it looks like she's doing a very good job hiding behind these walls. Hunter will just go ahead and break all these pallets because he can't jump over them quite yet. He doesn't have enough presence. Is able to get the black and the red ball on this gardener. Just needs to avoid the white area, but the hunter is able to snipe her out and is able to get the white bomb on her, getting the 50% damage on her right away. Very fast down, very fast attacks and damage, but it is a Hullabaloo who is known for downing survivors incredibly quickly, and if you do wait at pallets or go to windows, the hunter will be setting up a clone there, and will be able to down the survivor. Was not able to summon the bubble in time, and will be cheering the gardener for the first time. We see that Cypher machines are at 86, 76, and 55%. 11 is already in this area. He is the Gravekeeper coming in for the save. Hunter will utilize his trip abnormal to take away the progress on that Cypher machine, but we did get a free save by the Gravekeeper, and the gardener, however, is going to be hit off right away, and as she transitions towards the front gate corner of the map, trying to get away from all the Cypher machines and survivors. However, the Gravekeeper was not injured, which means the Gravekeeper can come in for the save once again if it is necessary. Hunter will be bringing this gardener to the chair for the second time. It seems like the furthest he can go with this gardener is at next to the chair on the Christmas tree. Looks like XY is also in this area, can possibly come in for the save. Antiquarian is hiding behind the walls, but it looks like, oh, she's going to miss her swing there. Is going to be able to land the red ball on her. She's going to flywheel and avoid getting a black ball for now. Be careful not to get the double hit, and is able to get the save before she expires with Titurna. Has gotten the black and white ball on the Antiquarian, but isn't able to damage her, and it looks like she's going to be going for the gardener and concentrating on downing and returning this survivor back to the manor, and she is able to summon the bubble, so she will utilize that time to throw down this pallet. Hunter's waiting for his cooldowns and will be able to get the down to the gardener by using his clone, and this will be the third and final chair for the gardener. However, we can see the Antiquarian has finished her Cypher machine, the second Cypher machine at 95%, third Cypher machine at 86%, and the fourth Cypher machine at 59%. Mind you, the hunter did use abnormal and is using abnormal once again, putting that Cypher machine down to 15%. So now things are looking very difficult for the side of the survivors. The Embalmer was able to also finish his Cypher machine, but the Gravekeeper still hasn't finished his Cypher machine in Shack. That has been abnormal once by the hunter. Hunter is now going towards a different survivor. It does look like he plans on looking for the Antiquarian because she is a survivor that is at half health, and he could most likely down the survivor very fast. Gravekeeper does still have 2 shovels to work with. The Embalmer has a coffin to work with, so Antiquarian is the best possible chase for this hunter, since he can keep distance away from the survivor while still trying to injure her. Oh, she wasn't able to get the disarm in time, and the hunter is able to down this survivor for the first time. This was her first chair, and we still have 2 healthy survivors that could possibly come in for this save. We have 3 Cypher machines have been completed. The 4th Cypher machine at 67%, and the 5th Cypher machine at 15%. Hunter is sending a lot of clones towards the direction 11, and it does look like he plans on going after this Gravekeeper next. The Embalmer is in the far corner of the factory, so it doesn't look like the hunter plans to even go towards Zen, and it looks like the hunter is going to make sure there isn't a backdoor save. Is going to set up another clone to see if there are any survivors in the vicinity, and it looks like the hunter is unable to find a different survivor. 4 Cypher machines have finally been completed. The last Cypher machine, however, does not have a lot of progress. The survivors are not going for this save. It looks like they are going to allow the Antiquarian to return to the manor and keep their 100% health. Hunter has summoned a clone, and it is showing the general direction of the Embalmer, who is hiding inside of the factory. Hunter has finally seen the blood trails of the survivor, so it looks like he will be chasing the Embalmer next. Embalmer throwing down that pallet ahead so that he can utilize his knee-jerk reflex and get a little bit more movement speed. Hunter will be getting the black and red ball right away by utilizing his close wonderful flywheel, avoiding the white ball. And the Hunter now can rotate his color wheel and is able to get the damage onto this Embalmer. He will be breaking this pallet so he can't keep looping around this area and kind of forcing the Embalmer to transition away. Will be setting up his coffin right in front of this Hunter. Not sure what the plan is, but he is able to get the black and white ball and is going to be able to down this Embalmer right away, picking him up and teleporting to the Gravekeeper. Why did he pick him up? So that the Embalmer couldn't just revive himself. Oh, Cypher Machine was popped. It's the endgame with 2 survivors, but 1 survivor is already down, and he didn't even use his coffin to get up, so that means he's gonna have to heal himself, meaning the Gravekeeper has to buy a lot of time allowing this Embalmer to get up. But that also means that the survivors don't have any progress on the exit gates. The Gravekeeper is heading towards the dungeon. Hunter is able to get the Gravekeeper out of his shovel, has the red and white ball, needs to avoid the black area, and is doing a very good job so far. Hunter is being very patient in case he throws down the pallets, and as soon as he throws out the pallet, he gets the black bomb onto the Gravekeeper, carrying the Gravekeeper, or is he going to go for the slugging method? Zed has gotten up. He is working on the front gate. Hunter has still, it's on cooldown. His teleport is still on cooldown, so he won't be able to get there. He needs to either utilize his dashes. He does know that the survivor is in the gate. It's at 99%. The gate is open, and this is a one-man escape for the side of ACT survivors.
完全にサバイバー続かなかったですよね。確かに。結局フラバルーの機動力って空中ブランコの相性でアイビーかなと。
ITZY Hunter going against ACT survivors. It will be Opera Singer on the arms factory. She's making her way towards Gogo, who is the Seer. The Seer is the survivor that has the full kiting build. So he has flywheel and knee-jerk reflex, and he doesn't have borrowed time. And it does look like the Hunter will be committing on to this survivor. Hunter also has confined space, so not a very typical build for an opera singer, but we'll see if this does end up paying off. They will not have trump cards, so Blink is the only trait the Hunter... Oh no, Warp will be the only Hunter trait that she will have to play with the entire game. The Seer will be utilizing his Owl, unable to get the... Oh, will be getting the normal hit, doing a wonderful job waiting out this Owl and catching him off guard at this window. Will be throwing down this pallet and getting that speed while vaulting, and the Hunter will be breaking all the pallets in this area. So now the Seer has to go to an area of at least a window. Wonderful flywheel, but the Hunter was patient and will be downing this survivor for the first time. Cypher Machines at 67, 63, and 60%. So they're all around the 60 mark. Looks like she'll be cheering him here at the wall's corner. We have the first officer with one in order. We see Zen is already in this area. It is the puppeteer. He does have Tide Turner. It looks like he'll be coming in for the first rescue. However, the Hunter is going to be returning to a remnant right next to the chair. He's going to have to double back and be careful to get a hit while in his puppet form. He is in his puppet form, making his way to the chair in his puppet form once again, so that he can eat up another 50%. And will be able to get the hit onto the Seer right away. However, this Seer does have Tide Turner, so he can transition away, and it looks like he's going towards the shack area, and the Hunter will just be breaking these pallets on the way, so that survivors will have a harder time maneuvering their way around this map. Tide Turner has run out, so the Hunter will be able to chair the Seer, and it looks like she's trying to bring him closer towards the middle, and he'll be chaired right now outside of the shack. 2 Cypher Machines have been completed. The 3rd Cypher Machine at 63, most likely the puppeteers. It looks like 11 will be coming in for the save next. It is the first officer. He also does have Tide Turner, so that will buy a lot of time for the survivors, utilizing his pocket watch to make it to the chair and get the save before he expires with Tide Turner. And the Hunter will be getting hit right way onto the Seer. The first officer, however, is still at full health, so a lot of resources still left for the side of the survivors. Seer will be going down here next to the exit gate. Hunter will just be waiting for the Tide Turner to be running out. She's already at full presence, so she doesn't necessarily need to get an extra hit. And it looks like this Seer will be returning to the manor. 2 Cypher Machines completed. The 3rd Cypher Machine at 87, the 4th Cypher Machine at 50, the 5th Cypher Machine at 53%. And the Hunter is making her way towards 11, who is the first officer. looks like he'll be able to finish that Cypher Machine, and the Hunter will change targets. The dungeon is in the middle. Now the Hunter is going towards Zen, who is the puppeteer. He did utilize his ability, so he was at half health, but it does look like he got a drink from the barmaid. Hunter will be going after this survivor, returning to a remnant, closing the distance. As soon as he closes the distance, he goes right into his puppet form and transitions to the pallets. Will be utilizing his ability a little longer, and he's able to throw down that pallet, and he's still at only 25% damage. He can still utilize his ability 2 more times here. A little close at the window. The Hunter being very patient and is going to be swinging a little later, but he is able to make it to the pallets. We'll be throwing this down, so when his puppet finishes, he'll still have some sort of security behind this pallet. Hunter is breaking all these pallets in the map. It is taking a little more time, but it doesn't seem to affect the Hunter getting closer to the... Oh, Hunter is just going to be waiting around at this pallet. The corner, there's nothing here for the puppeteer to do. She's just going to go down at this very far corner next to the factory. We have 4 Cypher Machines completed. The last Cypher Machine at 75, an additional Cypher Machine at 67. So things are looking incredibly good. The first officer can come for the save, or whichever survivor is closer. It's going to be XY coming in for the save. It's a barmaid. She still has 1 heal drink left. It's the end game. Cypher Machine is going to be primed. Barmaid's here next to the chair. She's going to be taking a hit for the puppeteer and getting the save. Hunter is going to be going after the barmaid. The barmaid will be taking the hit. The Cypher Machine's popped. She's right back up. She'll be taking her drink. And the Hunter will be going after this barmaid, since the puppeteer can eat a full detention hit. So not your most ideal chase for this Hunter. Wonderful patience on the side of the barmaid. Oh, she just walked right through. But if the Hunter's going to catch up real soon just by walking right through, and will be getting the down on the barmaid. And it's looking like a 2-man elimination. Oh, the Hunter once more. He's going to walk to the middle, running into Zen. Zen, however, is at full health, and he can take 1 detention hit. He is able to make it to the window of the shack. Hunter trying to cut him off far away from the gate. Hunter's going to double back to a remnant and go and secure at least the down on the elimination on the barmaid. Will be cheering this barmaid, allowing the puppeteer to go to the exit gate. It's already been opened up by the first officer, and it looks like the puppeteer will be able to get out, and the barmaid will be chaired, and that's a 2-man escape for the side of ACT survivors for Day 2.
ハンターがなんというかこ
うイーセンの人形師も相当伸ばしに伸ばしてます。
じゃないですか。
ACT Hunter going against ITZY survivors. It will be the Shadow on Arms Factory, sending her ghost off towards Clover, who is the Antiquarian. The main body going towards a different direction. It does look like the Hunter wants to chase this Antiquarian first. The Hunter will be recalling the ghost. It doesn't look like she'll be chasing this Antiquarian, sending it towards a fox, who is the novelist. And interesting thing about the team comp here is there's a doctor. Doctor isn't used that often, especially in game 2, but we'll see if she ends up benefiting this team comp. Hunter will be walking back, doing the backlight trick, trying to run into this novelist. Novelist, however, is staying far away from factory and trying to find some safety here behind the pallets. Hunter is trying to get 100% corruption. Will be able to get the first hit onto this novelist. Novelist will use this opportunity to transition back inside a factory, which is a very good area for survivors to loop. Hunter will be sending the ghost towards Dahai, and the main body is still staying around factory. Novelist is just going to wait for the Hunter to approach. Will be infecting the doctor, and the main body will be running into this novelist. Novelist caught off guard and will be going down for the first time. First Cypher Machine at 65, second Cypher Machine at 60, third Cypher Machine at 33, and the fourth Cypher Machine at 11 seconds. This is an incredibly fast down, because usually Ivy has a hard time downing the first survivor, and it looks like the survivor coming in for the save is going to be Dahai, who is the doctor. She can just heal herself up, so this isn't too bad, but she needs to be careful not to get a double down situation. And what the Hunter usually does, if they're almost at a half, they hit them before, and wonderful save, but getting the hit right on the novelist as soon as he saved off of the chair. No tide turner on the side of the survivor, so things are looking very dangerous. It looks like the hunter didn't even bother hitting this doctor. She's almost at full presence. She just needs one more hit. Will be infecting the doctor. Looks like the doctor will be coming in for the save once again. Hunter sending her goals towards Clover, who is the antiquarian. Gonna leech a few of the survivors so that the cipher progress is slowed down. You already see that 2 cipher machines have been completed during this time. Oh my goodness, terror shock on the doctor, and that's a immediate down. No one was able to save this novelist, and the novelist will be returning to the manor. Things are looking incredibly good for the side of this Ivy, and the ghost is now looking for another survivor to infect while the hunter chairs this doctor. Yan is making his way towards the chair. It is the knight. He also does not have tie turner. However, he does have the ability to shield 25% of the injury, so that won't be too much of an issue. Is going to utilize this. Oh my goodness, another terror shock on the knight, and that's another free down for the side of this hunter. Things are looking incredibly good. What is this antiquarian going to do? She needs to go and at least save one person, but they don't have tie turner, so it looks like the hunter is not going to quite chair the knight yet. Is looking for that 4-man elimination. Has infected Clover. Get the 100% corruption and getting the hit on the survivor immediately. She's being a little patient here, and she is going to try and disarm the survivor. Was able to get the 2 stuns and was not able to get the 3rd stun. She's being very patient here at the pallet and is going to throw down this pallet. Oh, blink hit and downing the survivor. However, the knight has gotten back up. Hunter is going to teleport to the chair with her tablet, and she's going to be going after Xian next. It is the slugging strategy. The doctor has returned to the manor. He wasn't able to heal fast enough. Hunter's now going to be sending her ghost towards Xian, trying to get more corruption. Is able to get the helmet ability triggered. Hunter is just going to be waiting this out, and it looks like she'll be able to avoid getting wonderful 100% corruption and downing this knight. Clover is going to stun this hunter, disarming her for the time being, and is waiting around here at this pallet. Is going to be able to give her a free pallet stun here, and the ghost is just waiting to down this antiquarian, and that's a 4-man elimination for the side of ACT. ACT winning both Game 1 and Game 2. That is a win for this matchup. Congratulations.
さらに対するミラクル、秋季アイベール去年のですね、中国での
予選は免除されてた MRC ではありますけれども、
ここまで勝ち上がると相手も相手というのは両者でしょう。そうですね。成績が反映されております。呪術師の連打力も問われるとからない。なるともう目の前にいる。
GG Hunter going against MRC survivors. It will be Goatman on Ever Sleeping Town. It does look like he'll be running into Xiao D going into the graveyard. No, he's going to take a turn and he's going towards Huasi next. Is he going to be going in after the survivor? Nope, he is going to not go to them. He's going to go towards Love Left. Next, it is a puppeteer. He can eat up quite a lot of hits with his puppet form. So also not a likely chase. Looks like the Hunter will be going after Nanako, who is the Enchantress first. Is getting ready to set up his first cage. She's going to be waiting behind this pallet, going back and forth. Is able to avoid getting hit, but keep running into this hunter and will be getting the hit. Barely able to make any distance away from this hunter by going through this cage. Hunter's getting ready for setting up another cage once again. Is going to get the 25% damage. We can see that Enchantress already has a 3-stack, so if he does get too close, she will. Excitement! And he's gonna. Wait, but she used Flywheel as avoiding the hit. Wonderful mind games on the side of this survivor. He's gonna block her off. She's gonna get another stun for this survivor as she transitions to the pallet. Doing a very good job in this time around. Did get a little mind game in the beginning by the Goatman getting that first hit and that 25% hit, but the hunter is setting up another cage, going back and forth, running into the hunter, and is able to get the down on this Enchantress for the first time. Great utilization of abilities on both sides. As soon as the hunter got a little close, Enchantress would get a stun, and he would already change to Excitement and just try to negate that effect completely, but was able to flywheel. So a lot of things happened in that moment, but he was eventually able to get down on the Enchantress. Love Left is coming in for this save. He's already at the chair. Still has a little bit more time before the halfway mark, but is going to go into his puppet form and is attempting the rescue. He does have Tide Turner, so it looks like the Enchantress will be taking the hit, unable to get the body block. Enchantress will be going down as soon as the Tide Turner is over. We have 2 Cypher Machines have been completed. The 3rd Cypher Machine at 75%, the 4th Cypher Machine at 18%, and the 5th Cypher Machine at 13%. She's going to go here in the corner of Fake Gate and die as far away as possible from the survivors and the Cypher Machines. Looks like he's going to be carrying her here near the buildings. Huasi is already in this area. Xiao D is decoding that 2nd story Cypher Machine. Gonna get a hit onto the Knight right away. Knight does also have the wanted order, so the Hunter did know he was coming. Is gonna get her saved with the chivalrous sympathy, so she does have a little bit of time with that shield. Oh, Hunter utilizing excitement wonderfully, downing the Enchantress yet again. She is unable to utilize her remaining stun. She'll be going down here for the final time. We do have the coordinator, however. We'll see if they plan to harass this Hunter or they are going to sell. Most likely they're going to sell, because Xiaodi is continuously working on that Cypher Machine. Cypher progress is looking pretty good. We do have 2 Cypher Machines completed. The 3rd Cypher Machine at 94, the 4th Cypher Machine at 84, the 5th Cypher Machine at 83%. Hunter is going to be going after Love Left next. Is going to go straight into his puppet form and go through the cage. Hunter's being very patient here. The cage has run out. Puppeteer trying to make it to the pallet is going to utilize his... Oh, wonderful job utilizing his puppet right after utilizing his puppet already, because he knows he's going to get a hit and therefore avoiding the down. Hunter will be going after a different survivor. He's going towards Huasi. It's the last Cypher Machine at 89%. Is being a little patient with his cage, trying to position it at the right moment so he can down him as quickly as possible. Is going to be doubling back into him and running into him, downing this Knight for the first time. We still have a coordinator who is able to come for this save, but he died on the last Cypher Machine. Things are looking very dangerous. The gun is ready, but Hunter has excitement. It's still on cooldown, but it doesn't look like they will be getting the hit. Hunter did attempt to, getting a cage up and getting the hit onto the coordinator. Coordinator is pushing that Cypher Machine. Cypher Machines have popped. Knight does not have borrowed time, so he's still on the ground. The Puppeteer is opening up the exit gate. Hunter has a lot of resentment. He can definitely make it to the opposite side of this map. He's going to be running into Xiao D. 82%. The exit gate's not open. Wonderful fly. Will avoid getting hit by this detention. Hunter is able to avoid yet another cage. He's going to finally utilize his gun, but excitement, and he's going to be taking the hit and will be going down. It looks like it's a one-man escape for the side of MRC survivors. It was a very close call, but wonderful job with the Goatman cages, getting that down on that coordinator at the last minute.
終始立っていましたよね。そうですね。ラスト1段の引き継ぎも早くという部分はありますね。羊フラバルと。まあどちらで来るか。アイビーで3人釣りをすれば多いっていうのもありそうですし、IC 航空エンジニア
MRC Hunter going against Genius survivors. It will be Ivy on Ever Sleeping Town. The Ghost is going towards PPGL. The main body is going towards middle. Is going to be infecting PPGL and teleporting her right away as she enters the graveyard. It is the priestess. She can work around this area very well with the portals and continuously loop is what she will be doing. She set up her first portal going towards the outside of the graveyard and is able to get that window vault once again. Hunter will be following closely behind. She's going to go towards this pallet, getting the 100% corruption, and will be able to get the hit onto the priestess early on into this game. She's going to go right back out of the graveyard. The Hunter's ghost is going to go out the other way, the main body chasing her and trapping her in this area. She's going to be going towards the buildings instead of the graveyard. Is going to set up yet another portal to enter into the middle of the map, doing a very good job keeping a very safe distance away from this Hunter. The ghost is quite far behind, and the ghost is going towards the middle. The Hunter is going towards the exit gate where the priestess is currently heading towards, and she's going to be infecting the aeroplanist on her way to try and down this priestess. The cooldown is almost over, so once the ghost catches up to this priestess, she can re-leech her. However, she still has a portal to work with, the last portal, and the Hunter is trying to catch her off guard, but she doubled back and she's at the corner house going to the second floor. Is able to get another infection and 24% 20% corruption onto this survivor. She is going to be able to make it to the pallet here. She does have some assistance from the first officer. Hunter's going to be blinking right through, and the first officer's body blocking, and she's going to be getting it down onto the priestess, unable to block for her. It looks like the hunter is going to be cleaning up this pallet here. The ghost still latched onto the first officer. Did get 100% corruption, but the hunter was breaking that pallet, so she wasn't quite close enough. Will be cheering the priestess for the first time. The first officer already in this area. The hunter is going to take her away from the corner house. Nope, she's just going to be breaking that portal so that she can't get a rebound kite. She does have a portal that will be charging pretty soon. First officer still waiting around this area, trying to finish up his cipher machine at 80%. The hunter will be reinfecting this priestess, so whenever survivor comes in for the save, will be getting a lot of corruption when they approach this chair. Hunter will be pressuring this first officer. He is in the area of corruption. He needs to be careful not to get 100% corruption. He's going to get an additional scare. Oh, he's able to take the normal hit and get the save onto the priestess with Tide Turner. Hunter is going after the priestess once again. She has one portal charged while she was on the chair. The ghost is still quite far behind. She is able to get the vault on this pallet. The ghost will be going after this priestess for now. The main body is trying to catch up. She's doing such a great job going back and forth this entire map, utilizing her portals, and is doing a very good job kiting for a rebound kite. It's not very easy to rebound kite against hunters, especially if they're guarding and camping that chair, but she's doing a very good job. She outlasts Tide Turner, and she is buying so much time for her teammates. 3 cipher machines have been completed. The 4th cipher machine at 80%, the 5th cipher machine at 72%, and it looks like the hunter is going to be sending the ghost towards Fake Gate. Cipher machine is going to be infecting the puppeteer. The main body still trying to down this priestess, but she's buying so much time. She almost has another portal available. Hunter will be teleporting to the cipher machine instead, getting the hit onto the puppeteer right away. The puppeteer was caught off guard. 4 cipher machines completed. The last cipher machine at 96. Things are looking incredibly good for the side of the survivors. Hunter is currently unable to find the priestess. The ghost has found Cacao. Main body's guarding that Fake Gate cipher machine. She will finally be running into the priestess here, but she can't leave the cipher machine because it's at 96%. And it looks like the hunter will be teleporting, infecting and teleporting to the priestess. The cipher machine is wide open for now. Kukao is pushing that cipher machine. It's at 99%. Hunter is able to down the priestess. And are they going to pop the cipher machines? Priestess does not have borrowed time, so she will not be able to get up even if the cipher machines are popped. So it looks like the hunter survivors are going to wait till they go for this save and then pop the cipher machine. The ghost is continuously pressuring the survivors, and the ghost will be setting up for endgame by waiting at the exit gate. 18 is coming in for the save. He also does not have doesn't have borrowed time, but he is still at full health, so it looks like he's going to be going for the saved with Tide Turner. Hunter will be hitting the priestess right away. Exit gates are being worked on immediately. Hunter's going to be teleporting to the exit gate. She's met with the puppeteer. He is in his puppet form, so he can eat a detention hit, is able to get the 100% corruption. Hunter is going to wait, however, oh my goodness, to wait for the puppet ability to end, but he reused it immediately, eating up that detention hit and staying alive. Once again, main body guarding the graveyard gate, and the ghost is being sent back towards TX, who just got rid of the tablet, so now the hunter can't even teleport to that area. Hunter's looking for this priestess who got away with Tide Turner. She was able to heal up, and she was able to go through the portal. Now she's up. 4-man endgame. Exit gates are being opened. Puppeteer has opened one exit gate. The opposite exit gate is open. This is the end game, and the hunter just needs to at least secure 1 man down so that they don't have a 5-point lead. Hunter will finally blink and down this priestess for the 3rd and final time. However, all cipher machines are open. 3 survivors have escaped on the side of GG.
最初のスーパーチェイスから始まったこの第1ラウンド。動き方。そうですね。はい。でこのシャオチェン選手がじゃあこれ最初得意という IB で勝負したんですが、やはり相手いますけどね。はい。考えたら。
MRC Hunter going against GG Survivors. It will be Hullabaloo on Arms Factory. Looks like he's going to be running into Ppei first, going towards Shaq. It is the Psychologist, can take up to 3 hits, so she could buy possibly a lot of time for the Survivors. Hunter is utilizing the clone. She is going to be able to make that window vault, utilizing yet another clone to get the black and the white ball onto the Survivor already very early on into this game. She's going to be transitioning outside of the factory because the Hunter has set up a peeper there. She doesn't want to get too much limited movement speed. Is going to be utilizing the second pallet here, but the Hunter is going to be able to get the red bomb on her and get the injury onto her right away. Has the black bomb and the white bomb on her once again. Just needs to land the red bomb on her, and looks like she's doing a very good job staying hidden inside of factory. Hunter is forced to break this pallet as she transitions outside the factory during this time, trying to make it to that window, and it looks like she's going to be going for the pallet instead. We see the clone is waiting for her right at this window. The Hunter is unable to get the red mark on her quite yet, is able to do so soon. She avoids getting the pallet stun, is able to avoid getting any balls injury on her so far, is waiting around at this window here. Hunter disables her ability, but she doesn't really have an ability other than stress, and the whistle is able to get the red and white ball on her, just needs to avoid getting the black ball on her, rotates the car wheel and is able to snipe her down for the first time. The basement is inside of the shack, but the Hunter chooses to chair her outside of shack. We see that 3 cipher machines are almost completed, so this is looking very good for the side of the Survivors. COA8 is making his way towards the chair. It is the Gravekeeper. He can't eat an entire hit inside of his shovel state, so Hunter will be throwing down another peeper inside of the shack, as COA8 makes his way towards the chair. He still has quite a lot of time before she hits the halfway mark. Hunter is trying to land some color balls onto this Gravekeeper, but he's still at full health. He needs to land the red ball and is able to do so, finally injuring this Gravekeeper. It looks like he is looking for a double down situation, but he's letting the Psychologist get pretty far away, is able to get the down to the Gravekeeper. The Tide Turner effect, however, does keep him alive for the time being. Tide Turner is over. Psychologist is hiding at this corner wall. Hunter runs into TX instead and does finally see Ppei once again, but is going for TX at this time. Doesn't look like he noticed. The Psychologist is able to get the injury onto the Embalmer, has the red ball on him once again. Ppei staying out of the Hunter's sight. TX trying to kite out this, has a pallet here ready, but the Terror Shotgun will be going down right away. He does have his coffin already placed inside a factory, so he may just choose to resurrect himself since the Survivors are quite far away, and it does look like he will be resurrecting himself at the coffin inside a factory. Ppei is waiting inside a factory. Hunter going towards Ppei and the coffin. It looks like the Survivors want the Hunter to go after Ppei next, so Hunter will be finding the Psychologist. Survivors taking turns on the chair, is able to get the black ball and the white ball and down her right away. However, suddenly the cipher progress has decreased quite significantly since the Hunter downed the Gravekeeper, went for the Embalmer, but the Psychologist wasn't there, so she was also unable to decode. Now there is a little more decoding going on for the side of the Survivors. Hunter will be utilizing his clone to see the direction of the Survivor 18 here, coming in for the save. It is the airplanist. He can utilize his jetpack to get closer to the chair if he's caught too far away. Hunter will be utilizing his dash and jump, is able to get the rescue with Tide Turner once again, and the Hunter is concentrating on the Psychologist, making sure that he does return her to the manor. She does have Tide Turner effect, isn't able to get any injury onto the airplanist. The Survivors are running in opposite directions. She does not have borrowed time, so if she does go down, she will not be able to get back up even if the cipher machines pop. Hunter is going to be picking up the Psychologist and sending her to the manor for the final time. However, cipher machines are popped. 3 Survivors for endgame. They're going towards the exit gate. COA8 is already opening up this exit gate here next to the walls. The Survivor TX is there. Hunter is going to teleport to the opposite cipher exit gate, but the exit gate hasn't even been touched yet. 18 is in this area. Hunter is going for the aeroplanist. He still has 2 jetpacks to work with. Utilize his upper propel, pushing the Hunter away, and his jetpack, the dungeon is in the corner of shack walls, and he's almost here. Hunter does not have detention. This is looking like a 3-man escape on the side of GG Survivors. The dungeon is open and he escapes.
きたんですが、あそこで脳幹視じゃなくて別のキャラクターであれば
って言ってますね。
一つ出しとく。
対応しても空軍は
危機一髪が一つ。
GG Hunter going against MRC survivors. It will be BonBon on Arms Factory. He's making his way towards the middle. He will be running into Huasi, who is the coordinator, but he doesn't look like he wants to chase that survivor quite yet. The other survivor hiding in the corner is Xiao D, the barmaid. It looks like the hunter does know there's a survivor hiding there. She's hiding behind the barrels, and the hunter is unable to see the survivor, and she got up, and unfortunately the hunter did see the survivor then. She is able to get a little bit of speed boost by vaulting that pallet. Hunter will be throwing bombs towards her direction, anticipating her going to this pallet, is able to throw it down, is able to get the bomb connected and get the 25% damage onto this survivor, and it looks like she's running into the hunter unafraid of these bombs, throwing another bomb, and is able to get the chip damage on the barmaid. Another chip damage. She was at 30. Oh my goodness, exciting right away, and is able to down the barmaid incredibly quickly. Also getting rid of the coordinator's stun gun, so things are looking incredibly good for the side of GG Hunter. The basement is also inside of factory now. A very early down basement chair is looking very challenging for the side of the MRC survivors. Love Left is in this area. He does have the TIE Turner, he's the mercenary. We see the coordinator has one in order. Hunter can see where the survivors are. Barely any progress again in the cipher machines. Things are looking very grim. It looks like the survivor is coming in for the save. Mercenary has that delayed effect, and TIE Turner, hopefully he can get this rescue, is able to get the rescue with just the chip damage. Hunter is concentrating on this barmaid, is able to utilize the bomb to down the survivor, get full presence by getting another drop down hit. Hunter throwing a timer ball to try and get the mercenary, isn't able to do so. Hunter will just have to go after this barmaid and chair her for the second time. Wonderful save on the side of the mercenary for only even getting a chip damage, and the barmaid will be going down here in the middle of this map. Hunter is going to be bringing her closer to Huasi's cipher machine, making it very hard for the survivor to decode, especially if the hunter continues to throw bombs towards that cipher. But was be blocked off by this wall, quite unfortunately. Is waiting around in between the cipher machine and the chair, so the survivors can't get any cipher progress. They can't approach this chair. It doesn't look like the survivors plan on going for this save, since they don't want to stack up too much on injuries for late game. It looks like they are going to be selling this barmaid. One cipher machine has been completed, the second cipher machine at 85, the third cipher machine at 66, and the fourth cipher machine at 5%. Hunter is now leaving this barmaid as she has been returned to the manor, and he's going for this coordinator who does not have any items left to utilize for her. Kite, however, she is at full health, so as long as she can avoid getting this chip damage and avoid getting too close to the hunter, she may be able to buy a little more time for her teammates. It looks like she's going to be able to make her way towards the corner walls of this map. Hunter is throwing bombs at all the windows, making it very hard for the survivors to vault. Is going to be throwing more bombs towards the tank, is able to avoid getting any injury onto herself at this moment. Hunter is going to have to go ahead and chase the survivor out of this corner, since she's doing such an amazing job avoiding all these bombs. Is able to get that window vault, and she does have knee-jerk reflex, so she will get additional speed if she is able to make those vaults. Is able to get the hit and the bomb hit onto the coordinator here at this pallet, as she tries to get more distance away during this time. At 75%, Hunter has remote control bomb in 3 seconds, so this is going to be an easy snipe for the side of this BonBon. However, Huasi does have quite a lot of distance, so Hunter will have to first close the distance before he throws this remote control bomb. Is able to avoid all these bombs the hunter is throwing. The remote control bomb is hit, and it snipes her down, finally downing this coordinator. She has bought so much time for her teammates. However, 3 cipher machines have been completed during this time. The 4th cipher machine at 85, the 5th cipher machine at 76%. Are these survivors going to come for the save? It does look like they'll be able to pop that 4th cipher machine, so a save is definitely possible. It is the female dancer here, already has her fast music box. Hunter will be getting rid of this music box. But is this 88% cipher machine? They need to prime up and then go for the rescue. The mercenary has come to the chair. Hunter decides to cap this chair instead of pressuring that cipher machine. Is unable to get the remote control bomb. The survivors are incredibly good at avoiding these bombs. Yet another avoidance of the bomb. The cipher machine is primed. Survivors all do have borrowed time, is able to get the rescue on the coordinator. Hunter's trying to down this coordinator with the bombs, but she's doing a very good job avoiding it. Is getting that chip bomb, just one more chip bomb, and she will be going down. She's avoiding it, and oh my goodness, she went down. She's helped, but she's hit right away, and so this is an immediate down for the side of the coordinator. Will the survivors be able to make it to the exit gate in time? The exit gate is finally making progress. It's at 30%. Hunter has chaired this coordinator. Is he going to be changing to teleport soon? No, he's going to be making sure he downs this coordinator and effectively eliminates the survivor. Since in the first half, GG survivors were able to get that 3-man escape, if he can eliminate these 2 survivors, that's a win for round 2, and that's the end of this matchup. So the survivors have to go for this rescue, but she's going to be just going back to the manor incredibly soon. It doesn't really look like the survivors can do much. They are approaching the chair, utilizing his overpad. Oh my goodness, Hunter downing the female dancer was able to get the save onto this coordinator. Blink down and is downing the coordinator for the 3rd and final time, and this is looking like a 2-man elimination. Finishing up this matchup within 2 rounds, GG is going to be the winner. Sending the coordinator back to the manor is going to also be chairing this female dancer as Mercenary makes it to the exit gate alone.
3ポイントを獲得ですよね。そうですね。もう空軍をもう血眼になって飛ばすのではなく、とにかくいい内容でしたね。はい。さあ試合結果12対4での決着だった。
ずっとそれが印象強すぎますのは、去年が初めてだった中で今年も連続そうですね。
マイクパフォーマンスから楽しそうでしたね。はい。
テラス言ってましたか。なるほど。ハンターの平均ラウンドポイント T2.92、フューチャーは 2.7。墓守も終わりやすい。マイタですからね。南のツリー2択となっていた今回のスポーンでした。
FD Hunter going against TE survivors. It will be Hullabaloo on Miao's memory. He's making his way inside of factory. We see that the survivor already made her way towards the 2nd floor. It doesn't look like the hunter noticed it, and he'll be going right through, unable to locate the survivor. And he's now going towards Li Bao, who is the puppeteer. If he utilizes his puppets very well, he will be able to have a long kite. It all depends on mind games and how you utilize your resources. It does look like the hunter will be going after this survivor first, doing a very good job staying out of line of sight and looping this area. The clones are not quite ready, so the hunter can't snipe him out with a clone, but now the clone cooldown is over. He is going to be setting up his clone at the pallet. Was able to avoid, oh, it does look like he was able to get the red and black ball. He is in his puppet form, and he will be getting this puppet form once again, eating up that hit and making sure he only gets 25% damage while utilizing his puppet for the 2nd time. He's making his way outside of the shack, going towards the palletier, trying to mind game. Is going to be able to get the black ball on him, jump right over the pallet, is able to get the puppet working and placed in time. We see that this is going to be his last puppet at 75% damage. He is trying to continuously loop this area, but the hunter is able to snipe him out and finally take it down onto the puppeteer. Cypher machines at 80%, 68, 54, and 16%. He's going to be chairing this puppeteer for the first time next to Christmas tree. We see Yuhua is making his way towards the chair. It is the Gravekeeper, is the most stable rescuer, especially against the Hullabaloo, since Hullabaloo tend to snipe out the survivors before they actually make it to this chair. But if the Gravekeeper can have the hunter get the down while he's on the grave, he won't be damaged, but he will be able to get the save before half with Ty Turner. And the hunter is able to get the down onto the Gravekeeper, and now he's going back for the puppeteer. And it's looking like a double down situation. He's able to already land the black ball onto this puppeteer. He has Ty Turner, so he can't utilize his ability, and it looks like the hunter is unable to get another bomb. Oh, Ty Turner's over. He did go into his puppet form. As soon as Ty Turner's over, he's going to eat the damage with his puppet form, but damaging him right away and downing this puppeteer. He was able to outlast Ty Turner for a little while, buying their teammates a little more time. However, the Gravekeeper did go down with this puppeteer. So Things are looking very good for the side of this Hullabaloo. Miao is in this red area getting ready for the rescue. It is the anti-Aquarian. She's making her way towards the chair. Wonderful excitement. Nullifying her. Stun is going to be looping this area. Flywheel, but the hunter still gets the snipe out and is able to get the hit onto this anti-Aquarian. However, there was a backdoor rescue on the puppeteer, and the puppeteer is up and running. The hunter does not know where this puppeteer is, has found the blood trails, and will be going after this puppeteer. Also a down on the anti-Aquarian. The wonderful backdoor save on the side of the survivors is able to get the red ball, and the black ball needs to avoid the white area, is in his puppet form, so if he gets hit, it looks like the hunter is going to wait till puppet form is over in order to get the white ball onto the survivor. And he is trying to stay alive here at the obstacles, has 1-2 pallets to work with, but the hunter will snipe him out eventually since he was caught out here a little far off from the pallets, and will be cheering him for the third and final time. 3 cipher machines have been completed, 2 survivors are injured, 1 person at full health, and if we do look, the Gravekeeper and the puppeteer were the only 2 survivors that had borrowed time. So if the hunter can go after this Gravekeeper, they can utilize that to his advantage, but it looks like he's going to go after Miao, who is the anti-Aquarian, and we'll be able to down her straight away. We can see the 4th cipher machine will be completed very soon. The 5th cipher machine, however, not quite there yet at 46%. Yang Yi is most likely the survivor that will be coming in for the save, although the Gravekeeper can still come for the save if he utilizes his shovel. And it looks like the hunter is chasing both survivors away from the cipher machines. Hunter is keeping tabs on... Oh, it looks like he can't find the airplane as he is utilizing his... Oh, he's going to change to teleport, and he's going to teleport to the last cipher machine. The Gravekeeper is currently inside of his shovel trying to avoid getting any injury or a down, and the airplanist is running towards the anti-Aquarian trying to get the backdoor save while the hunter is occupied with the Gravekeeper. It looks like the Gravekeeper is doing a very good job avoiding getting any color bombs on him at the moment, and he is transitioning to all the pallets here that have already been thrown down, hiding beneath the pallets. We do see that the airplanist was able to get the save onto the anti-Aquarian just in time, and the hunter is struggling to get the color bombs onto this Gravekeeper. Gravekeeper's shovel is now over, so now the hunter is free to just down this survivor. Already has the black and the white bomb on her. Terror Shock and is able to down this Gravekeeper. Gravekeeper, mind you, does not have self-heal anymore, but it looks like the hunter still plans on cheering this survivor regardless, since there are still 2 survivors running around the map. Airplane is still able to maintain that full health. Miao is working on a new cipher machine at the corner near the container, will be hiding behind the walls as soon as the hunter starts approaching. We see another backdoor rescue by the airplanist and was able to get the save onto the Gravekeeper. Hunter is now back onto the anti-Aquarian. Wonderful swing, and it does not have excitement able to utilize since he did change it to teleport. Is getting another stun and is disarming this hunter for the time being. Is going to be vaulting back and forth on this window. Hunter is now back up and ready to down this survivor. Does have 1 stick left, utilized it to vault over that window. Is going to be throwing down these pallets, doing a very good job avoiding the hit. He just needs to get the black ball onto this survivor, doing a little mind games here at this pallet, and the hunter will try to snipe her out with the clone but wasn't able to get it, and is doing a very good job of avoiding it, but will finally be going down. Oh, the cipher machines have already been popped, and the hunter will be teleporting to Yang Yi. Yang Yi, however, still at full health. Gravekeeper has full health because he had borrowed time, and this is something looking incredibly good for the side of the survivors, especially against a Hullabaloo. The anti-Aquarian does not have self-heal. Possibly the Gravekeeper can come for the save, or he may just try to open up that exit gate. It looks like the Gravekeeper is just going ahead and going for that exit gate and trying to ensure that there isn't a 4-man elimination. Hunter is finally able to injure the airplanist, has the red and white ball on him so far, just needs to get the black ball, but is struggling to land the 3rd and final ball to down this airplanist. However, airplanist does have self-heal, so he may need to chair the survivor, and the Gravekeeper has opened up that exit gate. Anti-Aquarian has been rescued by the Gravekeeper. Hunter finally downing the airplanist. He needs to chair this airplanist quickly and teleport, but teleport is not ready. 40 seconds for teleport. That's a 2-man escape on the side of TE survivors.
今年は不特3まで振られていたということで、一人一人の
上げ直したんでしょうね、この崩せるし。
左右の興奮です。
TE Hunter going against FT survivors. It will be Hullabaloo on Leo's memory. He's making his way towards Mini Blue, who is the Knight. If Knight really utilizes his helmets incredibly well and gets the predictions correct, he can really have a very long kite. So not the most ideal chase for the side of this Hunter, but it does look like he is going to commit onto this survivor. He has made it into Shack and made that window vault. Hunter will be having to go around. His clone is quite not ready, will be ready in 1 second, and it looks like he's gonna already make his prediction. He was able to make the correct prediction for the attack, but not the skill, and he is going to be leaving the Shack and going towards corner walls. Is able to snipe him out with the clone. Great precision on the side of this Hullabaloo. He's making his round. It does look like he's gonna loop this area and make it to the window. Still a cooldown on the clone, so the Hunter is just going to wait this out and look for the perfect angles. Is going to be able to get the white ball on him, and is gonna get that down with his clone. Wonderful job in his placement. Is going to be cheering this survivor for the first time. We can't see the Cypher machines are at 77%, 62 and 37%. Is there a survivor nearby? There is going to be a rescue, and it is Shadow who is the antiquarian. If she can stun this Hunter, there is a rebound kite potential because the Knight does still have 2 helmets to work with. Hunter has spotted out this antiquarian. He will be trying to get the balls onto her. Oh, she was able to stun, but he excitemented and she's making her way towards her. She is going to be injured, and she is going to be able to get the safe rescue. Does have the red and black ball, is able to disarm the Hunter with 1 stun. We do see the predictions of the helmet, and is making it to the window going towards the pallet in the Shack, and the Hunter snipes him out and downs this Knight for the second time. Knight still has 1 helmet to work with, but the Hunter is doing such an effective job at downing the survivor incredibly quickly. We do see Antiquarian will have 1 in order. She's at half health, so most likely not the survivor coming for the save either way. Kuga, however, is already waiting, hiding behind that tree, getting ready for the save. It is the airplane, as he also does have tie turner, so it looks like for now he's feeding to Knight. It's not approaching the chair quite yet. Does look like he might need to hurry up a little bit and make sure he will be able to get that save. The Hunter body blocking with his body. He is able to squiggle through and is able to get the save before he expires with the tie turner. He's going to make another prediction with his helmet. Was able to get the first prediction right, but he is going to still be going down because the Hunter is just so fast and is doing an incredibly good job with his aim, especially with his color wheel and his bombs. And it looks like he will be going down outside of Shack, and the Hunter will be cheering this Knight for the final time as he returns to the manor. We see 2 Cypher machines have been completed. The Hunter is going to be cheering near the Antiquarian, making her leave this Cypher machine unable to complete it. We see a new Cypher machine has begun since the Hunter is pressuring Shadow. Shadow is hiding around here at this walls. Hunter does see the blood trail. Is going to jump right over the walls, catch up to her incredibly quickly. She is utilizing her stick. Hunter jumping right over the pallet, is able to get the black and red bomb on her. She needs to avoid this red area, and she won't be able to use her skill, especially if she is in the red zone. And she is going to be sniped out and will be going down for the first time. The Hunter will be bringing her here to the corner walls. We see the dungeon is in this area, so now the Hunter and the survivors are aware. Adi is coming in for this save. It is the Puppeteer still at full health, the only survivor at full health, and the only possible survivor that can come for this save. Already has the white ball on this survivor as he makes it to the chair. Is able to get the red ball in his puppet form, trying to avoid getting extra hit. Is able to get the hit and the down onto the Puppeteer. The Hunter now just needs to change targets to the Antiquarian and secure this double down situation that will benefit him quite a lot towards the end game. It doesn't look like there are enough Cypher machines enough progress on the Cypher machines at the moment, because 2 survivors will be going down if the Hunter can snipe out this Antiquarian. Again, a stun on the Antiquarian, but the Hunter just uses excitement. She is able to make it through the window with her stick and avoid getting hit. A wonderful stun on the side of the Antiquarian, really staying alive for a very long time at this Shack window. Hunter keeps looping it.
Ppei もこれ以上今年を付き合ってられないと。
そうですね。
Looks like he'll be heading towards Adi, who is the puppeteer, and just cheering the survivor since he is struggling to down this Antiquarian. Antiquarian doing an amazing job with the rebound kite. It doesn't look like any of the survivors can come for the save unless they prime up that Cypher machine. But that will not work since none of the survivors have borrowed time except the puppeteer, and unfortunately the puppeteer was the person that was chaired, so things are working in favor for the Hunter TE Ppei. Looks like the Hunter is going to be guarding this chair pretty well. Kuga is going to utilize his jetpack to make it to the Cypher machine. Instead, Hunter trying to find out where the survivors are hiding with the clones. We see that Antiquarian is hiding and possibly going to feed Tinnitus to the Hunter at Shack. Hunter is going towards this Antiquarian next, and it looks like the survivors are just going to have to push that Cypher machine and hope that the Antiquarian can kite long enough. However, Antiquarian does not have any stick left over, so she has nothing to help her kite. Hunter will be sniping her down and downing her immediately. This is starting to look like a 4-man elimination for the side of the TE Hunter. Hunter is now going to be taking the survivor. Oh, he's not going to chair the survivor. He's going to go for the slugging method. He's going to look for Kuga. Kuga needs to hide, but the Hunter already knows that that Cypher machine has been wiggling and been worked on. And the Hunter will be utilizing his clone to find the survivor. He's trying to push the Cypher machine. The Cypher machine has popped, but the Antiquarian can still get up, so she can't possibly go and open up that exit gate. Is going to utilize his jetpack to make it to this pallet. We see that he has the black and the white ball on the survivor, and he's going to be sniped out with the clone going down. Antiquarian, however, has gotten up. Can she make it to one of the exit gates, or at least the dungeon? She does know the location of the dungeon because she was chaired there in the corner walls. Hunter's going to be checking the boot gate to see if there's any survivors here. No, Tinnitus is triggered, is going to utilize the warp and try to find this Antiquarian. She does have Tinnitus now. He's closing in her direction. Airplane is his first chair, so the survivor does have so much time that she needs to kite in order for the dungeon to open. She is going to head towards the corner walls where the dungeon currently is, and the Hunter does see the blood trails of the survivor. Going to jump over this wall and is going to get the black and the red ball on her immediately and downing her with the white ball. It's a 4-man elimination for the side of TE Hunter.
で大体の位置は分かるけども、そのダブルサプレスになるでしょうしね。そうですね。
TE Hunter going against FT survivors. It will be Upper Stinger on Lakeside Village. She's already in her shadow form, making her way to Shack. We see Kuga is currently waiting for the Hunter there. He is the acrobat, so if he utilizes his bombs very well, he will be able to buy quite a lot of time. He's already left the Shack. Hunter is going to go back to a remnant, catching outside of the Shack, get the hit right away, and he's stuck in this corner, so he's just going to take the hit and go down immediately. Two Cypher machines barely have any progress, and the Hunter's already down this survivor, taking him to the chair for the first time, right next to Crab Shack in the corner, next to the shore where Adi is currently working on his Cypher machine. Now the Hunter is going to be pressuring this Weeping Cloud. Is he forced to go for the save? Since he hasn't much options left here, Hunter will be going back towards the chair. Mini Blue is coming in for the backdoor save. Hunter hasn't quite noticed this survivor, so it looks like he's going to go for the save right before. Oh, Hunter will be taking the hit onto the first officer. He will be able to get the save before half with Tide Turner, allowing the acrobat to get off of the chair once again. Hopefully his rebound kite will be long enough for his teammates to decode a little more. Is able to utilize his firebomb. Hunter is avoiding this area completely. Kuga continuously re-entering the area which his fireball is, so that blink down, downing the survivor incredibly quickly. We do see the Weeping Clown is in the area, is going to utilize his rockets to stun this Hunter, not taking any hits because the survivors are in a very dire situation at the moment. Hunter is going to be able to take this survivor to the chair once again for the second time. It does look like the Weeping Clown will most likely be coming in for the... the Hunter will be breaking the connection of the prisoner so that they can't get any progress on that Cypher machine. Looks like Adi will be going in for the rescue. A little bit of circling and looping this area, is going to take the hit and get the save with Tide Turner. Hunter running into the acrobat right away as he was trying to get that window fall, will be going down as soon as the Tide Turner effect is over. Unable to rebound kite at all, he will be returning to the manor here next to the exit gate. He will fall as far away from the these survivors as possible hunters, just waiting till this survivor's tie turner ends. And on top of that, there is one cipher machine that has been completed, the second cipher machine at 82, third cipher machine at 39, and the fourth cipher machine at 3%, and already a survivor has been returned to the manor. Things are looking incredibly good for the side of TE Hunter. In the first game matchup, TE did win 7-2, so the pressure is on FT to win or tie round 2, but it's already looking incredibly bad. Unable to stun, this hunter will be eating a hit right away. The first officer, however, does have 2 pocket watches to utilize. He will be utilizing his pocket watch right away because this is a very dangerous situation for the first officer. Hunter is catching up but unable to get the hit onto the first officer quite yet. He did utilize his pocket watch once again. He still can utilize it one more time before it finishes up. Hunter will be going away and coming back towards the survivor. He wasn't able to utilize his pocket watch again and is going to be trying to kite this hunter in this area. Does have a lot of pallets to work with, but also a lot of remnants in this area. Hunter is able to down the first officer for the first time. We see that during this time 2 cipher machines have been completed. We have the third cipher machine at 53, fourth cipher machine at 55, and the fifth cipher machine at 39, but a lot of the cipher machines are near this chair, so the survivors aren't going to get a lot of progress on these ciphers. And on top of that, Adi, the Weeping Clown, is injured. The only person that could possibly come in for the save is going to be the prisoner Shadow, and Adi trying to attempt a backdoor save while the hunter is preoccupied with the survivor. It looks like he was able to finally get the save off onto the first officer. First officer can possibly rebound kite. We see the Weeping Clown has taken the first officer to Big Boat with his rocket, and the hunter will be going for the first officer right away, utilizing his pocket watch, and he was able to get away for now. Hunter is going to go all the way around, going to be running into Adi instead, and it looks like she's changed targets to the Weeping Clown since she is going to have quite some trouble trying to down the first officer when he still has his pocket watch available to use. It looks like she was able to down this Weeping Clown and will be cheering him for the first time, but basement is in Big Boat, and once again it benefits the hunter. 3 cipher machines have been completed in the meantime. We see the 4th cipher machine at 61 and the 5th cipher machine at 42%. Not a lot of options left for the survivors. We do see that Shadow is in this area getting ready for a possible rescue, but the hunter has already spotted him out here on top of the second story of Big Boat. The hunter is closing the distance, flywheel, and avoids getting hit, but the hunter charge attack blinks down. He misses, and Shadow's going to the basement. Wonderful mind games on the side of this prisoner, and the prisoner hasn't dropped down to the basement quite yet. Is going to be taking the vault down to the first floor, making his way to the pallet, but he's going to be patient here. Not going to. Oh, wonderful charge attack and finally downing this prisoner. Wonderful kite for this prisoner despite the circumstances. And it looks like the first officer is going to finish up that 4th cipher machine, but the options for the survivors are running out. The Weeping Clown will be returned to the manor. Hunter does not plan on chairing this prisoner, and he's going to down this first officer. First officer, knowing this, is leaving the cipher machine and going towards this pallet, will be able to drop it down in time. Hunter leaving a lot of remnants on this side of the wall. Mini Blue making that vault. Hunter returning to the remnant, trying to catch Mini Blue, but Mini Blue was able to get that vault out that window, is creating distance away from the hunter. One more pallet to work with, needs to be careful, but the hunter is able to mind game him and get the down onto this first officer at this pallet. The prisoner has gotten back up. If he can push these 2 cipher machines, he could possibly pop it, but the hunter is catching up very fast, heading towards Big Boat. 2 cipher machines left, so close at 96 and 85%. Hunter is going to be out of her Shadow form. It doesn't look like Shadow is even able to touch the cipher machines. He will be able to get that vault off to the second floor. Hunter returning to her remnant and meeting him in the first floor. No pallet there, will be taking the hit and will be going down. First officer utilizing his last self-heal, the only survivor, the only hope left. It doesn't look like he's heading towards the cipher machine. He's going towards a mini boat. Hunter is just trying to locate the area in which this survivor is hiding. It looks like she does have tinnitus. She knows he's in this area. He's not at mini boat. He's off to the corner of this map. Hunter is going in the direction and is able to find him and down him, and that's a 4-man elimination for the side of TE Hunter. It doesn't look like the survivors want to surrender quite yet. However, they don't have self-heal. The only option they have is to crawl towards the dungeon and hope that one of the survivors can get out, but they're all very far away from the dungeon, so that doesn't really look like an option for the FT survivors. Hunter will be finally picking up this prisoner and taking him to the chair.
のもオンパレードでしたね。
サバイバーがそっちに行くから、バンド枠を超えての鬼没ならわかるけど。
そう。はい。まあもしか左上固形村の異常さクリア。いやそうですね。まあ占い師が
on Lakeside Village. The pressure is on for FT Hunter since in the first half the TE Hunter was able to get a 4-man elimination. He needs to match that just to tie up round 2. And since TE also already won round 1, FT needs to at least tie round 2 in order to go to game 3. If the Hunter can't get a 4-man elimination, it is over for FT. So the goal for TE survivors is at least getting a 1-man escape, and they will be winning this entire matchup. It looks like Miao will be going for Miao first. It is the coordinator doing a very good job hiding behind this shack. Hunter will finally be able to chase and try to possibly down the survivor. She's a little out in the open here. She is baiting the Hunter and waiting for the Hunter to get close to use the stun gun. Is able to get the stun gun and go right back towards the pallets. Is able to get that pallet forward back into her shadow form. Is able to throw down all these pallets before the Hunter can get a swing on this coordinator. Was able to also get that window vault and transition to the next pallet. Still unable to swing at this coordinator, containing this Hunter so well, maintaining such good. Oh, I spoke so soon. As soon as I said that, she got the hit onto the coordinator. So things aren't looking too bad for this opera singer, but she is going to be returning to her remnant, trying to find the coordinator on the other side of the pallet. Is going to be finally downing this survivor for the first time. Cypher Machine's looking very good. Hunter is just going to leave this coordinator and go towards the Cypher Machine. It looks like he's going to be utilizing Abnormal first before she goes and chairs this coordinator, and she's going to be going back and chairing this survivor. So one Cypher Machine has been completed, the second Cypher Machine will be completed very shortly, and the third Cypher Machine was abnormal and taken down to 33%. Hunter will be chairing the coordinator in the corner short area. Hullabaloo seems to be making his way towards the chair. It is the acrobat. He has tight turner and a lot of bombs to work with. Hunter is already finding this acrobat very far from the chair. Is going to be returning to a remnant, avoiding that firebomb, while the acrobat has made it to the chair. Will be taking the hit and getting the save before half with tight turner. And we see that the coordinator is running towards the Hunter and getting that vault, and the Hunter will be forced to hit this coordinator and secure this down, so she can't go for a double down situation for the survivors, and Mao just transitioning far away as possible from all the Cypher Machines dying in the corner of shack. 2 Cypher Machines have been completed, the third Cypher Machine at 76%, the fourth Cypher Machine at 36%, and the fifth Cypher Machine at 28%. And it looks like Ppei will be coming in for the rescue next. He was working on that middle Cypher Machine that the Hunter did abnormal. He's already utilizing his pocket watch since he is quite far off from the chair, and the Hunter is unable to land any damage on him before he approaches this chair. Doing a very good job, and with the mind game, still has a lot of pocket watch left to utilize. Has made his way towards the chair. Will be taking the hit and getting the save before she expires with tight turner once again. Survivors are doing such an incredible job here with the rescues, and the Hunter is back on the coordinator. Coordinator is looping the shack area, but oh, wonderful owl by the seer, lengthening the kite for this coordinator, is able to make it to this pallet. Tight turner is over. She's doing an amazing rebound kite. Hunter is not able to down this coordinator quite yet. She's returning to a remnant that's closer to the coordinator. Coordinator is caught out here in the open and will finally be taking the coordinator down, but Cypher Machines popped its endgame game. There's 4 survivors up and running. It's looking like a one-man elimination for the side of FT Hunter. A lot of mind games here at this pallet, and she will be vaulting, but the Hunter's not quite close enough. A lot of mind games here. Back, Hunter swings, but still unable to get the hit onto this coordinator. She's able to make another pallet vault right in front of this Hunter, waiting around this pallet. Oh my goodness, she just has to break this pallet at this point. She's buying way too much time on this one pallet, and she's finally able to down this coordinator. But these survivors are already at the exit gate. 3 survivor escape, and that is a win for the side of TE. Congratulations.
明日の戦いへと駒を進める、そのと本日も4人釣りを果たしていました。本日の平均ダッシュの強さ、そうですね、ただものじゃないぞとしっかり合わせていきましたね。さあそしてベスト8のところまで、このと、そんな注目の明日のスケジュール、1戦目からアクシズ、